Good evening, everybody. My name is Geneveve Sykes. On behalf of the person that invited you, we are super duper excited that you have joined us tonight. If somebody invited you, it's because they think the world of you and they either would love to work with you or they think that this would help you or that you would be really amazing at this or some combination of all three of those. I am an independent ambassador diamond distributor with It Works Global. I've been doing this for a little over 2 years. And let me just be really honest up front. I thought only crazy people do this type of business. I was very skeptical, A, that the wrap actually did what people said it did. And secondly, B, that this type of business actually worked. I didn't want to be that girl. That was my fear, being that girl, pushing her home-based business on people and being weird. I also thought that you had to do like a ton of parties and that it would take like 2 hours to set up and you had to buy all this inventory. But a little over 2 years ago when I got started, I was 8 months pregnant with our third son. We have 4 boys now. And my friend was telling me about this wrap that helps tighten, tone, and firm the skin. And I was like, get out of here. That's not going to work. And, you know, she was doubtful as well, but she had a friend that was telling her about it. She's like, well, I told my friend that if it actually works, I would sell it. And my friend was like, definitely not the type of girl to get involved in this. She's super fit. She competes in CrossFit competitions. And she's super crunchy. I know we're all familiar with that term now. So the fact that she had amazing results and it was something that she started to do really said something to me because I really trust her with my life. And I listened to, you know, a recording, a live, what you guys are hearing right now that gave me a little bit more information. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump into this. So there's probably a few things that you want to know. And the first is, how do you actually make your money? So there are, you can see this right here. There are the top 3 things you want to know is, how do we make money? What's it like to be a distributor? And what if you're not a salesperson? What if you have a little free time? Or what if you don't know enough people? I am so not a salesperson. Like, my personality is very much like, here, do you want this? No, you don't. Okay. And that's it. I really don't take any offense to that. And I felt like I would not be good at this. Very little free time. I was working a full-time job. I was working a part-time job, and I had 2 boys. Our oldest son is on the spectrum, and that at times, especially then, was a job in and of itself. And I felt because of that and not having a ton of free time that I wasn't like, my social calendar wasn't really hopping. I was either working or with my family. Not that I didn't have friends, but you know what I mean? Like, when you have kids, you do kid things. So how do we make our money? One of the first ways we make our money is through wrap cash. And this is for individual wrap sales. This is for wraps that we have on our person. So, you know, whether you're meeting somebody at Starbucks, or actually I've made $100 in the parking lot, which sounds totally shady. It's not that type of deal. But, you know, somebody will see a magnet on my car, or, you know, or a shirt I'm wearing or something like that, or they'll see a Blitz card that's attached to my purse. And they're like, what is that? And they want to have it right now. And it's awesome. Wrap cash. You know, it's cash. You can use it for whatever you want. The second way we make money is through commissions. And, you know, once you become a distributor, you get a website that goes live automatically within 30 minutes. So anytime an order is placed through your site, okay, you get commission off of that. So you get customers. And then as you begin to find friends who you think would be fun to do this with, or they want to make some extra money, you get commission off of those orders as well. And then any of their customers' orders. And you build what's called a network. And, you know, that's awesome. You know, if you don't know what residual income is, I've heard this saying before, if you know what residual income is, you would walk through walls to get it. You know, we're used to our jobs. We go, we put in our hours, and we get our salary or our hourly pay. The best example I have for this residual income is, you know, Robert Downey Jr. is one of my favorite actors. He played Iron Man. Again, I said I have 4 boys, so Iron Man's very popular here. Instead of him working out a deal saying, okay, I'll get X amount of money for this movie, instead he negotiated that he would get X amount of percent for any sort of Iron Man merchandise, costumes, mugs, lunchboxes, notebooks, folders, the whole brand. You guys, He acted in those movies once, and forever he's getting a profit. So as long as there's little boys in the world and more little boys that love Iron Man, he's getting commission and residual income off of that, even though he acted in the movie once. It's the same thing here. As you build a network, because we have unique products you can't find anywhere else. So as people fall in love with them and can get the same discount as a distributor without having to become a distributor, which we're the only company that can offer that or does offer that, people continue to buy. So that's awesome. Our residual income here is so strong for that reason. And then bonuses. Oh my gosh, I love me some fast start bonuses. So I don't know about you, but at the office job that I had, whenever I trained people, the most I got was maybe a Chipotle lunch. And if I trained them too well, I was like jeopardizing my job. Here in this business, when you help someone be successful, the company is going to give you $100. So when the person that you bring into this signs 2 customers, the company's going to pay you $100. This is irregardless of what rank you are at. You can stack these a few weeks in this business. I've had as many to pay my former rent. I think I made $10,000 just in fast start bonuses my first year in this business. That was not commissions. That was not wrap cash. That was not any other bonuses. And these are paid out weekly. When these hit my bank account, I feel like I love these more than my actual commission check because they're so fun because they're $100 or sometimes bigger. And then right now we have these bonuses called Go Bonus. So when you get started anytime between January 1st and May 31st, if you go the rank of diamond in 3 months, you're going to get a $10,000 bonus. If you do it in 6 months, you're going to get $5,000. Double diamond, if you go double diamond in 4 months, you're going to get $30,000. In 8 months, $15,000. There are bonuses on here as big as $150,000. If you go ambassador in 20 months, you're going to get a $75,000 bonus. And the best part is as I'm saying these ranks, you're like, can I really do that? You're not doing it by yourself. Our company pours into us unlike any other company I've ever seen. Our teams, this team is so supportive and encouraging. So this was huge for me because I had literally no idea what I was doing. If I had built this business how I thought it needed to be built, I would not be here. Remember I said I'm not a salesperson. I was working over 50 hours a week, 2 kids. I did not think it was possible. So this is how much money is available. This is our average monthly income chart. So for those of you listening on the phone, we have everything from distributor to ambassador diamond. Distributor average is $54 a month. Ambassador Diamond averages $37,583 a month. And yes, that is a month. And I know that number sounds crazy, but the rank that I had my eye on when I was getting started was Ruby. And that was $497 a month. I didn't really look at any of the ranks to the right of that, $794, $1,992, nearly $5,000, $9,000 and over $16,000. Those didn't sound real to me. It's not because I would have turned down that money. It's just because I couldn't wrap my head around it. And again, I didn't know what I was doing. I hadn't really done anything like this before. I'm not a salesperson. How does somebody even do that with skinny wraps? I know they're awesome. I know they work. I saw them work for myself, but how is that even possible? So this was the first rank I wanted, the Ruby rank. I got there in about 45 days, and that was working over 50 hours a week. That was 2 kids. That was all those things, having a newborn. And I remember looking at our newborn in the hospital and just completely gushing. And this is not to knock working moms or dads. I think if you are passionate about what you do, it's not about the quantity of time you spend with your kids. It's about the quality of time. I always say that, a little thing about our families. We're actually a blended family. My husband and I each came with 1 boy. So before I married my husband, I was actually a single mom who worked a lot in order to provide for her son. So that was one of the biggest things that somebody told me. It's about the quality of time. But what I didn't like was that I didn't have the option. I wasn't making the choice to be home with my baby or not because I loved my job. I loved my career. I had to do it to make money. And I wasn't passionate about what I did. And I was stressful for my job. So what I'm trying to say is that this can be anything you want it to be. You might be listening to this. And you're like, well, I don't have kids. Can I do this business? Yes. Or I love my job. do I have to quit my job? No. Okay. There are people in this business that love what they do. Maybe they just want extra money to take a vacation. Okay. Or they took out a lot of student loans to get that job, or maybe they want to use it to open their own business. This can be whatever you want it to be. This is just a vehicle, a means to an end. And that was my why, to be home with my baby. And, and I decided, you know what? I looked around at my team. I'm like, there are people who are so normal and average and not salespeople in this business. And if they can do it, I can do it. And some of them were making $1,900 a month. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing what I did before. So following the training from my team and doing what I did, I got to the rank of diamond. And right now for diamond, there's a $5,000 bonus and a $10,000 bonus. And I got that bonus. And what I love about our bonuses in this company is that for us, it doesn't go towards a fancy car, which other companies require that you do. And that's not to knock that. Please hear me out here. I have nothing against fancy cars. But I love our bonuses because it is the belief of our founders and our corporate staff that debt-free is the new sexy. They want these bonuses so that you can live a debt-free life. So in 1 year's time, just going through my story, I left my job my first day back from maternity leave. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm unemployed. Is this going to work? And basically, I just continued doing what I did before. And in 1 year's time, I climbed to the top rank of the company, making over $37,000 a month. In the process, I retired my husband and we bought our home and have been able to be generous in ways that I could have never imagined. And you might hear that and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to do that. Like, my husband doesn't want to come home. Again, it's different for everybody. This can be whatever you want it to be. But the point is that it was possible. I don't know what else I would have done on this planet where I could have potentially made 5 figures a month from home on my own terms, from my phone, without having to take out a massive loan to open a traditional business, which more than half of them fail. And the ones that don't, it takes 2 years to break even. Or secondly, go get another degree and again, be in debt up to my eyeballs. So you're probably wondering, well, how is this even available? Our company has doubled its sales every year since 2010. We are in Inc.'s top 500 fastest growing company for the last few years. We have a ton of momentum. And even though our sales have been incredible, globally, we are only at about a 1 to 2% saturation rate. We continue to expand into some pretty big countries. Currently, we're in 21 countries and getting ready to expand into some really, really, really big countries soon. And, when you think of that, 100,000 in comparison to that, that's really not a lot of distributors. We have not even really scratched the surface. So momentum means that you are really going to get paid a lot on your efforts right now. I already said that part. We're international, around 140,000 active paid distributors. And this is, again, not to knock any other company. Mary Kay is a fabulous company. It's obviously been around 20 to 30 years and it has 2.8 million consultants. But the only reason that I share that is to kind of give you perspective, okay? Mary Kay is not a competitor. It sells makeup. We're completely different. But how many Mary Kay consultants do you actually know, okay? And there's 30 times as many of them as there are us, or 25 times. That's just for a matter of perspective. So what makes us different? This was a huge selling point for me. My, issue, if you want to call it, with a home-based business is that why would I buy something from someone unless I'm really close to them or unless I had to have that product if I could find it at Target, like where my entire life comes from, okay? But when I saw the wrap and the fact that it's not a water loss weight wrap, that you can't just go to the store and say, let me get diapers and wipes and wine or whatever. It's not just that, it's other products. You can only find them from an It Works distributor. Our company doesn't put them on QVC or HSN or late night shopping infomercials. They're consumable products that people buy month after month. It's ahead of a wellness trend. I don't know when getting tighter, toner, skinnier, younger is ever going to go out of style? Probably never. And in addition to that, customers can get the same pricing as distributors without having to sell. That is huge. You know, with some other companies, it's like, oh, become a rep to get our maximum discount. And then you're like, am I using, am I selling? And it's kind of like this awkward position. We completely eliminate that pressure. Customers can get the same price as distributors without having to sell. And that's why we have the highest customer to distributor ratio in this company, which is why our residual income is so strong. What's it like being a distributor? It's easy, okay? You take out the wrap, you put it on, it's fun, it's a lot safer, compared to some other uncomfortable methods out there, such as liposuction or wearing Spanx. I live in South Florida. Wearing Spanx is like murder, okay, especially when it's humid out. You see results in as little as 45 minutes. It's not the result of water weight loss, reduces the appearance of cellulite. It's the first to market, natural active ingredients, and it's only available through a Knitworks distributor. It's fun, you can do it with friends. We also have these awesome facial wraps that kind of mimic the results of Botox. It helps super hydrate the face. And like I said before, you can buy them from a Knitworks distributor if you just wanted to try one for $25. It's amazing. Who wouldn't want to try it? Also, something else that I didn't expect about this business is the amount of friendships that I would make. And that was something, again, like I said, it's not that I didn't have friends before this, but I was, we had kids, I worked full time. The friendships are literally one of the best things I have gained from this. I have truly gained lifelong friends that I know will be with me forever. And you know what they say, like birds of a feather flock together. Do you have negative friends in your life? People are always complaining, your coworkers. I am surrounded by people who are so positive and driven and, are cheering each other on. I am a better person because of this company, and not just because it's financially changed our life, and not just because it's financially changed the life of so many people on our team. I tell my story, but that's not even my favorite part. My favorite part is being able to say, there's so many people that I've brought on that went to high school with me, or, my relatives that now make a full-time check from their phone or from home or wherever it is that they want to do this. And like I said before, there's a team page waiting to give you so much training and support, because we want you to do it the right way. We don't want you to build this business the wrong way. We don't want you to be salesy or pushy. We want you to use your strengths. You don't have to become this salesman Sam or salesman Sally. One of the shyest people that I know is at the tippity top part of this company. And that's what we teach you. We teach you how to maximize on your strengths and to use who you are as a person to be really successful in this business. And I tell my team that all the time. Do not become anybody else. Stay you, because that's how you build trust. We build through social media, gatherings and parties, which I'm going to be really honest, I have an aversion to the word parties. I thought parties meant that you had to have an immaculate house and hide your kids and have all these like perfect hors d'oeuvres. I literally throw 7 products from my cupboard, a few catalogs into a bag. And this is even 2 years into this business. And I just go and share. I'm in yoga pants. I'm in shorts. Our way of doing parties is actually so much fun. It takes all that pressure off, and it's simple. And when I do a party, we're in and out in 1 hour. But I do a lot of social media, and we teach you how to do that. Word of mouth. These products are so amazing, and they really work. I feel like a lot of times they pretty much sell themselves. But if you're still wondering, what if I'm not a salesperson? What if I don't have extra free time? What if I don't know many people? Let me tell you something. I have seen people in all walks of life do this, and those are all valid questions because they're, all the same things that I was concerned of. Another question that I hear is this a pyramid scheme? Simple answer, no, okay? Pyramid schemes are illegal. We are legal. A legal regulated business model. We would not be getting 1099s, okay, from CPAs if this was illegal. Also, pyramid schemes have no products. We have over 70 products. And here's another thing that when people tell me this, oh, well, you're a pyramid scheme. I'm like, okay, well, do you make more than your boss? In this business, you can make more money than the people, quote unquote, above you. If you work harder, you can get paid more. And that's the way it should be. And that's what I love about this. Everyone can decide what they want this to be. So truly anyone can do this. We have psychologists, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, teachers, lawyers, hotel managers, high school dropouts, college dropouts, coaches, jack of all trades, single moms, working dads. A little over 2 years, there's one factor that I've seen in what makes somebody successful, and that's their willingness to learn and move their feet. If they believe, as cheesy as this sounds, if people believe that they can do this, they do 100% of the time. And I've said this before, people that came in with me a little over 2 years ago after that stuck with it and worked their business are all at a rank that makes a check with a comma in it. And I don't think that's a coincidence. That's 100% true across the board. Network marketing isn't perfect, but it is better. And I'm going to close with this. We love this verse, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And even if you're not religious, I'm going to say this. You can do all things if you put your mind to it. And I've seen that 100% across the board in this business. So, for me, as I share all of this, like I said, you really have nothing to lose. It's $99 to become a distributor. And I tell people this, how many times do you I've used Target already. Okay. I go to Target for 2 things. Ladies, guys, you come out with like 20 things you don't need, everything except those 2 things you went there for. And there's a rule. When you go to Target, you're going to spend $100, right? That's like the rule. These $99, if that's all I did was buy this business builder kit, that's honestly the worst thing that would have happened to me. I would have tried a few wraps, gotten $160 worth of stuff for $99, had a few cool experiences, get 40% off, and that's the worst that would have happened. But instead we spent $99 and completely changed our life and our future forever. So, please get information. We're so passionate about this business, and we would love, love, love to help you. There's no contracts, quotas, penalties, or anything like that. And get back with the person that invited you. And thank you so much for your time. Have a great night. Bye.